Hello everyone. In this session of video tutorial, we are going to discuss endurance strength for different materials. Endurance strength is defined as the ratio of endurance limit and factor of safety. Endurance limit is nothing but it is the maximum amplitude of completely reverse stress that the standard specimen can sustain for an unlimited number of cycles without fatigue failure. Here unlimited number of cycles or infinite number of cycles in a practical sense assumed to be equal to 10 raised to 6, that is 10 lakh or 1 million cycles. 1 million cycles or 1 million cycles life is assumed as infinite life or unlimited life. So completely reversed stress that can be sustained by machine part or the material for at least 10 raised to 6 cycles is assumed as endurance limit for the material of the machine part. For calculating the endurance limit for a particular material, R.R. Moore's rotating beam fatigue testing machine is used. Here, a standard specimen of the material whose endurance limit is required to be calculated is first made with standard dimensions as shown in the figure. This standard specimen is mounted on R.R. Moore's test setup and it is applied with bending stress with the help of weights put on the cradle. You can see the test setup or R.R. Moore's rotating beam fatigue testing machine where specimen is mounted on the test setup and it is provided with bending stress with the help of weights applied or put on the cradle. As the specimen is rotating and it is applied with a pure bending stress, it is subjected to completely reverse stress. By adjusting the weights, one can adjust the stress, completely reverse stress as applied to the specimen. Now here, when the machine is put on, when the specimen starts rotating, it experiences completely reverse bending stress cycle per cycle. When the machine is put on, at the same time counter is also put on. Counter starts counting the number of cycles undergone by the specimen. Now once this setup is rotating, started rotating, frequently the machine stopped and the specimen is checked for the fatigue crack. As you know, fatigue failure happens with the propagation of fatigue crack. Crack propagates and the machine part fails in the fatigue. Fatigue failure phenomena is with the fatigue crack. So, first evidence of fatigue crack is assumed as the failure of the specimen. So, number of revolutions completed or number of cycles completed before the specimen fails is noted down. So, here for one specimen, we are having with us the bending stress applied to the specimen and number of cycles it has sustained or it has undergone before the failure. Such n number of specimens are tested by altering the weight, that means by altering the bending stress applied, and each time the number of cycles completed before the failure are noted down. S is the stress applied, bending stress applied, completely reversed bending stress applied, and N is the number of cycles. So with the help of S and N, Sn curve is plotted as shown in this figure. Sn, here S is the stress and N is the number of cycles. It has nothing to do with signal and noise. It is strength or stress versus number of cycles N. As the stress and number of cycles are having huge values, therefore most of the time Sn curve is plotted on log-log paper, log-log graph paper. Now here the nature of the graph, you can see that it exhibits a perfect or a sharp knee point, after which if you increase the number of cycles, there will be no further decrease, no further increase, or no further decrease in the endurance limit, SE. SE represents the maximum permissible completely reversed stress that can be sustained up to 10 raised to 6 number of cycles. And you can see here, if the applied stress is below SE, then the life is more than 10 raised to 6 cycles, 1 million cycles, or the life is assumed to be equal to infinite life, unlimited life of the machine part. So the knee point, which is generally happens at 10 raised to 6 cycles, this knee point signifies the endurance limit which we are talking about. SE is the endurance limit. Dividing the SE, the endurance limit, by factor of safety, one can calculate the endurance strength to be taken into account in the calculations. Now here one can see that the endurance strength, or finding out the endurance limit for a particular material of machine part, one has to test n number of test specimens, and all these tests are destructive type of testing. So it is costly affair to find out the endurance limit by using this R.R. Moore's rotating beam testing machine. It is very difficult or costly to find out endurance limit using this R.R. Moore's rotating beam fatigue testing machine. So as an alternative, or as an approximate alternative, the another way proposed by different scientists is as follows. Here, instead of finding out the endurance limit using R.R. Moore's rotating beam testing machine, the endurance limit is calculated with the help of approximate calculation. Here, as an approximation, approximate endurance limit is assumed as SE dash is equal to half of the SUT. SE dash is the approximate endurance limit, and it is by empirical formula assumed as half of the ultimate tensile strength. This SE is multiplied by n number of multiplying factor. Here I have shown only 4 modifying factors, but in reality there can be up to 10 or 12 number of modifying factors that can be applied to approximate endurance strength. Here I have taken into account only 4 factors: Ka, Kb, Kc and Kd. These multiplying factors modify or alter the approximate endurance strength, which is calculated as half of the SUT. So after applying the modification factor, one can have a fair value of endurance limit, SE. Here the different modifying factors Ka, Kb, Kc, Kd, etc. signify the modification required for the practical purposes. What does this mean? In the rotating beam testing machine, the standard specimen is having standard surface finish, but in reality, the machine part may not have that standard finish, that standard surface finish. A rough surface finish may give rise to fatigue crack. That's why surface finish do matter. Surface finish of the actual machine part do matter in case of calculation of endurance strength. Surface finish is the result of manufacturing process, and accordingly, if manufacturing process is fine, just like grinding, honing, lapping, etc., then surface finish factor is having round about 1 value. But if the surface finish is rough one, then at that time Ka is having lesser value, which reduces the endurance limit SE dash up to a certain extent. Kb represents the size factor. As size go on increasing, accordingly the surface exposed increases. As the surface increases, so increases the chance of creation of fatigue crack over the surface, and hence bigger size machine parts are more prone to the fatigue cracks. Therefore, more size should be adjusted for the strength, and therefore a modification factor signifying the size factor, size of the machine part, Kb is applied. For the rotating beam machine, expected reliability assume is 50%, but if in reality expected reliability is more than 50%, generally expected reliability is of the order of 90 to 95%. Therefore, for increase of reliability, one has to reduce the endurance time. Kd represents modification factor for stress concentration, whose value depends upon theoretical stress concentration factor and notch sensitivity. So by applying different modification factor, a fair approximation of endurance limit can be determined, and value of AC achieved by this method is up to it's a fair one. So today we learned what is RR Morse rotating beam machine, how it is used for calculating the endurance limit, and how to find out the endurance limit by approximation method. Thank you. That's all.